It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On play action, it's Brady. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried, few have succeeded. But what do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL.
Now Brown only lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And some space here. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brady looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Brady to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. The give to Taylor. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! That's caught. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Daniels. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 33 yards that time. Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
But it'll be second down. To throw is Wentz. The open man is Westbrook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, too long ago, things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Darrell Daniels.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfect.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 4. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got it. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Darrell Daniels with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On first down, Wentz. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Now Wentz. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
The final shot before half for Brady. Flush to his right. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Throwing on first is Wentz.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Wentz.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake. Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a play fake. Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now up to 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Wentz.
They're going right back to Westbrook.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Taylor.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he goes out right around the 39. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Brady. It's caught right side by Daniels. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. To throw is Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw is Wentz. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Buccaneers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.